Alright, what is up guys? Professor Akali here bringing you a new video of Riot's brand new behind the scenes of the Mordekaiser rework. They are going to be explaining what they were thinking with Mordekaiser. There is no longer a ghost. The ult is now a 1v1. You go to the Shadow Realm and you see who gets to go out and go claim the God cards. Anyways guys, I'm going to be going over all of the abilities and we're going to be talking about the rework, so let's get right into this guys. We're going to be reacting to this Riot video. And then we're going to be going over all the spells exactly.
Before we even start a project, we look at what exists and try to distill what about it do we want to keep.
I think for the players that main him, they still love Mordekaiser, right? Mordekaiser is iconic to the game.
He's like a walking
Iconic? Question mark.
Unstoppable wall of
Smashes
metal.
people.
Gets the fantasy of being this sort of Lord of Death.
From a visual standpoint and the gameplay, I think
Who
there's
really
a
thinks of him as a
disconnect.
Lord of
Like,
Death?
We see the splash, you kind of think you know what his playstyle is going to be.
And then in game, wait, am I a mage? Do I even use my mace? And so in the VGU, we really wanted to approach how do we make sure that
That's so
through
cool.
line is clean all the way while keeping at least the feelings and the elements and the things that those old players did like about the champion and bringing them forward.
Okay. What I liked about the champion,
So
the shield.
when we pick a champion that we're ready to do a VGU on, we assemble a team that's a designer, a writer or narrative, and an artist that we call DNA. The DNA pod sits down and talks about like, how do we take the old pizza feet Mordekaiser and make him look like a modern champion, but still immediately recognizable as Mordekaiser.
We really wanted to focus on the fact that he is this indomitable warlord who's able to crush his enemies and capture their soul for his
So
own
he needs to be going to
purposes.
1v5. Indomitable
Sort of an earlier stage,
warlord.
just trying to figure out the shape of Mordekaiser, what was the key visual motifs, and that's what we came up
Honestly,
with the
so
idea of making
beautiful.
it like architecture.
It looks like World of Warcraft,
Look at
like
his entire kit
Burning
very,
Crusade
very
armor,
closely
if anyone
to
played.
See if there's anything we should bring forward, like the ultimate.
Mordekaiser's
Alright.
old ultimate was he would kind of
That
put
was-
a debuff on a target, and if the target died while that debuff was on them, then Mordekaiser kind of captured their ghost.
Yep, that was the most
Basically becomes
iconic
a
part.
two-man army at that point. And though that is cool, it doesn't really fit with what somebody with a big mace wants to do. It still takes away from the thing that you want to do with him, which is to dominate people with Mordekaiser, not have Mordekaiser command someone else to dominate.
This is all your opinion, right? This is your individual opinion.
We did try to bring the ghost forward, and by try I mean we had it in for months and months. And at the end of the day, what we found was that the experience we were creating as a whole was sort of detrimented by having the
Whoa.
ghost. So we ultimately decided that
That
while
looks so
it
cool.
pained us greatly to remove it, that it would be better for the current kit to just not have that brought forward.
That's fair enough. It's super
Overall,
like
we wanted
awkward to use.
Deliver on like the core of what we believe Mordekaiser.
That's so
is,
interesting
that
how they
along with
create
this, like,
skills.
Death Archon.
In this particular case, I think you could represent Lord of Death anywhere on
So
the kit.
beautiful.
The obvious spot to attack from is the ultimate. So it's with the ultimate that we're
Guys,
like,
get
how
ready
can
for
we
it if you haven't
create
seen
this
it yet.
story in League of Legends in a matter of seconds.
So Mordekaiser's current background, Mordekaiser is interested in seizing the souls of the living to help him build the afterlife that he was denied.
I thought this was
So he's
Paul
constructing
Jarvis, honestly.
his own death realm.
In terms of
Okay.
gameplay, Mordekaiser can choose a victim to bring with him to the Death Realm, and
Guys,
they're cut off from their
The
teammates.
Shadow
completely.
Realm. Look, you're in a
Death
new
Realm is just
universe.
Another interaction layer of the game. So I can't see anybody in the Summoner's Rift layer.
Oh my god.
And no one in the Summoner's Rift layer can see me in the Death Realm layer. So now
There's gonna
all
be
of
so
the
many
things
bugs with
about
this.
Using my teammates, getting knockups or
Dude.
heals or stuns or all that stuff is gone. It's me versus Mordekaiser, Mordekaiser versus me.
Really quick.
Well, another thing we wanted to keep in mind too.
Here's something, you guys. This is gonna already. In a team fight late game, you go full tank, and then you ult. You send the AD carry to the Shadow Realm. You win every fight. You win every single fight because the AD carry is the most valuable person. They're gonna need Banshees, and if it's not like zone usable, like to the point where it shoots out at them, so you can zone use in between and fizzle it out, they're screwed.
Two is the opponent side of it. We didn't want this spell to just feel like a death sentence. Oh, Mordekaiser casts this on me, I just actually die, and there's nothing I can do
Like
about
when
it.
Rengar
Which is
ults you.
why there's still a fight. There's really cool plays of flashing over a wall to get away from him, or if you are really crafty, kind of outsmart him, and having that goal can
Nice.
allow the enemies who get pulled into the death realm
Classic
to still
earlier.
have a fighting chance against him.
feel like with the update, this is a great opportunity for us to sort of reintroduce League
So
of Legends
cool.
players to Mordekaiser.
And for the players out there who really, really like old Mordekaiser, my hope is that we have considered those players as much as we can, and that we have brought forward the best version of the champion that we can deliver
that
to
E and that
as
Q and
many
that
players
W.
as want to play it, like feeling like they get
Oh,
to be
man.
this
We're gonna go over all the
Death Lord
spells after.
juggernaut.
The power of the mace smashing their opponent.
I like
and
the
then
beard.
The ability with that ultimate to say to your opponent, there is no escape from Mordekaiser.
Dr. Beard. Dude. Okay. That's it, yeah? No Marvel ending. Guys, this may be the best rework of 2019. I'm just saying. I honestly think that's the case. Also, it just feels weird when I'm in the corner like this. Anyways, guys, so we're going to go over the spells now. But I have to say, this is by far, in my opinion, the coolest.
That
This
we
is just the
can deliver
coolest.
to as many players
Like,
as
look
want
at
to
how
play
that-
it, like
oh
feeling
my
like they
God.
get to be.
Like the coloring, the everything. It's like Pike's
and
World.
having that
Dude, I don't know what to say. I really don't. This is like so freaking cool. I feel like there's gonna be so many things. Like, what happens if TF tries to ult out? What happens if Nocturne's in the middle of ulting from one side to the end of max range? Does he get like cut off? Does the circle stop him? I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see, right? Someone's gonna have to figure that out. But anyways, let's go into all of the abilities. Mordekaiser's abilities. Passive, Darkness Rise. Mordekaiser's basic attacks deal bonus magic damage. After 3 spells or attacks against a champion, Darkness Rise deals damage to nearby enemies and gives movement speed until Mordekaiser is out of combat. Okay, so it deals bonus magic damage after 3 attacks or spells. It's like the old Q. It deals additional damage to nearby enemies and gives movement speed until Mordekaiser. Okay. Q, Obliterate. Alright, kind of copyright. You know, I'm pretty sure Exodia kind of claimed that. Anyways, Mordekaiser slams down his mace, dealing damage in an area or bonus damage to a single enemy. Okay, so it's essentially just your average wave clearing ability. It was that little like circle, that little like chode looking thing. Anyways, W, Indestructible. The evil overlord absorbs 25% of damage taken and damage dealt. Casting once generates a shield with this value. Mordekaiser can cast again and consume 50% of the shield for health. So, dude, they're actually making him very similar to the old one. His Q is like, his passive is like his old Q. His Q is like his old W. Is I don't, and it's just interesting. E, Death's Grasp. Mordekaiser gains 25% passive magic pen. What? That's insane. Active. A deadly claw drags enemies towards him, dealing damage. Okay, and this is the big one. R, Realm of Death. Mordekaiser banishes a single enemy champion to the Death Realm for a 7-second 1v1, stealing a percentage of their core stats. If he kills his target, he consumes their soul, keeping their partial stats until they respawn. Interesting, until they respawn. So, late game scaling ability right there, obviously, because you have stats for longer. So that's something to keep track. And it steals like their core stats, which only get stronger as the game goes on. So that's a late game ability right there, I'd say. Especially because it's just so much more valuable to get one person. Anyways, we're going to have to just leave it at that for this. But yeah, overall, I would say a few things that I want to know, and then I think the build is going to be pretty standard. Actually, anyways, what I want to know is, how does it work? Can you teleport? If I'm a colleague and the enemy Mordekaiser sends me to the Shadow Realm, can I teleport out? If I hit my E on something and then he ults me, can I E to the different layer? Or they call it layer, it's a different realm or whatever. But anyways, that's their technical term. I also want to know, so we got Nocturne, TF, what if I'm in Tahm Kench and Tahm Kench gets Shadow Realm sent? What happens to me? Do I just pop out again? What if Yumi's on me and then the person, and I get, anyways, there's so many different things. I'm excited. I'm so excited. The build is probably going to be a Lichbane because of this type of, the passive just makes me think it's going to be like a Lichbane Protobelt type build, where like Echo or Evelyn. The Realm of Death is interesting though. So I think it's either going to be a tank cheese build with Grasp, or it's going to be an AP Echo, AP Bruiser type build. with... I don't think Landry's Riley's is going to be best anymore, guys. Because Landry's used to keep proccing over and over again with the R. But now that that's not how it works, there's no Ghost anymore either. This is... I like it. Honestly, I like it. I thought his ult was completely annoying and not fun for either team. But this is like such a good rework because I don't know if Mord's going to be popular. I think he will be. He looks really cool. He looks like he's going to be fun to play. This is so cool too. His ult, I think he's going to be popular now. But it's like Mord's going from this super boring, like unplayed, like there's only like 2 people that know how to even do damage with him and no one else understands why that damage happened in the first place, to like this just solid, cool champion. I'm excited to play him. Guys, be sure to subscribe to this channel for potential more content. Be sure to subscribe to the main channel, Professor Akali. You know, the link should be in the description because I'm going to have the first gameplay out within minutes of this being out on the PBE. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until then, have a good one. Peace.